So, I'm gonna keep this brief, but basically, what I love about Alita, besides the fact that the acting is amazing, Rosa Salazar did amazing work with her portrayal of Alita, just in the way she emoted all the time, with the way she would just show these expressions on her face. Within like 5 seconds, she showed like three, four, five emotions, and just in such subtle ways. I thought it was amazing, and props to her for that. I think she deserves to win all the awards. Um, and But the movie itself, the story was super compelling. The action scenes were awesome. The effects were so cool. The CGI was actually used, I think, the way that CGI was created to be used, not just as a way to just flex uh, your graphic muscles, and how good you can do animating things. It was used the right way, and but besides all of that, besides the amazing acting, the super just like the world itself of this movie just draws you in and immediately makes you feel like you're a part of this world. It was so cool. It was just like it was eye candy. It was just a masterpiece. But I think that what I personally love so much about this movie is that in Alita we see something special. We see something that we don't see in many characters these days. Especially a female protagonist. A lot of the time these days we see women portrayed in roles, but they have to be the ultimate. They have to be the strongest of the bunch. They have to be basically beating their chest and putting their boots on the throats of men, tearing down the patriarchy, victimizing themselves and making men look like the bad guys all the time. And we're just seeing it more and more, and it's just, now titles of movies have to be gender neutral. It's a whole mess that's going on nowadays. But Alita doesn't try to do any of those things. It doesn't try to be any of those things. She just tries to be herself. She portrays innocence in so many ways. She's sweet. She is caring. She's thoughtful. She's selfless. She wants good to win in the end. But, she's also just this super badass chick who finds out, as she's going along, she's like, whoa, like I can fight and I have all this power and I'm a warrior. But she never tries to hold that over anyone's head. She maintains this modesty and this innocence and this humility. And she really genuinely cares about people. She genuinely cares about her father. She kind of runs off and does her own thing at times against her father's advice, but at the end of the day, she wants to have a good relationship with her father. She wants to have a good relationship with her boyfriend. She's willing to go to the ends of the earth for him. She's willing to give him her beating heart, so that he can go have his dream come true. And it's nothing that anyone kind of oppressed her into doing. She decided to do it herself because that's what you do when you love someone. You want them to be happy. And the fact that we just see all these elements, this purity of love in so many different directions, this true humanity, even though it's a story that revolves around a cyborg, there is a real depth in the message of humanity in this story. And it shows the true beauty of femininity in a world where we see so much of the feminist movement kind of trying to take over everything. Alita's a girl. She loves being a girl. She loves her boyfriend. She loves being a daughter to her father. She's, rebellious in her own ways, which I think we all are, especially when we're teenagers. She is a teenager, so... but she's real. She's genuine. And there's something beautiful about that. And I think it's a message that needs to be portrayed more in the media these days, that if you're true to yourself, you fight for the good of all. I think that that's something we see Alita doing. and that's why I think all of us love her so much, is because she's real in a time when we really don't see a lot of real genuine movies, real genuine messages being portrayed in movies, and just the love story, the purity of the love story between her and Hugo. There doesn't have to be all this, like, these bedroom scenes and all of this stuff going on between them for them to be able to show their love for each other. They do it in so many subtle ways and in big ways, and which are just very selfless. And so it shows that love can be pure, love can be true without having to be so many things that we see so much in our culture. I don't know, maybe that's why the critics hated it so much, is because it kind of just spits in the face of the narrative that they're trying to get across. But yeah, that's kind of like as well as I can paint this picture in under 8 minutes of why I love the movie so much. So I hope that kind of helped. I hope that was clear. And yeah, so I am not a bot. That's my bird. He's not a bot. And we are Alita Army. And we're going to get our sequel one day. So keep fighting for it, guys. And peace out.